This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Hey, 250. Down to lose one. No. Off. Right, 22. Go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Able to find Isabella, and they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry for Darius Geis. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, check. Alert 3. Alert 3. 66. Here we go. Let's bring it.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this inside the 35. Up of 14 and a Washington 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd and 2, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards.
Set, hut, set the ending. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship. The air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Jesse James. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Open man is Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That ball complete to Isabella. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Check 24.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you
it's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Kane. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
After that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins looking for his running back, and he's got him. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Haskins going to throw again. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
He's going. We got up.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now Haskins looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. They can't hang with us. 50. Easy. Check 56. Here we go, D, get off the field.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hurry! Hey, 54!
To throw is Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Hey, echo.
Stafford now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hey, watch 28.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford, well, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. As all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again they run. Again it's Geis. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run with Geis. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Deon Cain, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got to step it up. 53, ready. Check safety, check safety. Alert flare, flare. Kill. Switch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Reuben Foster. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. This one caught by Isabella. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Second and 5 now. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On third down, Swift. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins able to get him for a loss of about 3. The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, come on. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. You go night-night. Time to go night-night.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, come on out here.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
You got nothing.
From the gun, Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hustle. 40, right 40. Check. He's coming. He's going to go.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in.
He felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll try the left side. Swift. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go! What we got?
Stafford. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. 27 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing to Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And Stafford's going to take it himself. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That's taken in by Callaway. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling what they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To Johnson again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 56, Mike, 56. I know he ain't got it. 56 is Mike. 56 is the mirror. You ain't going nowhere. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, watch the slap. Watch the slap. Hey, middle. Watch the slap. Look at him.
Stafford steps away to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This to tie things up in the final minute. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And this one complete to Reed. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing now is Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Haskins on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. To throw on third down, Haskins. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on first down. That one into the hands of Kane. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down, Redskins.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
First down, Washington.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 48, Mike 48. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.